hey, it's 2020. We're getting old, The Sims is getting old, and you know what? If there's one thing I love to do, it's to discuss The Sims. And as it's the first day of the new year, at least the first day you're seeing me, I want to talk about what we think is going to come to The Sims 4 this year. It is the 20th anniversary of The Sims franchise coming up next month. It's 2020, the 6th year of The Sims 4 being released. I mean, we're coming up on like some important milestones, and they've sort of covered all the big boy packs of The Sims 4 now. All the ones that you'd expect to come to the game, things like university, seasons, cats and dogs, like magic, all of that's been covered. So now what? We've gotten to that point in the game where they've sort of given us what we expect, and now they can kind of go crazy and do some exciting new things, and that's the point of this video. I want to talk about what I think we're gonna see this year for The Sims. I should clarify, I don't have any sort of inside knowledge. If I did, I wouldn't be able to talk about it, and also, I wouldn't make this video. Purely speculation. I'm just gonna talk about what I want to see and then, like, you know, put it into the universe. We know we're gonna get at least one stuff pack this year, the community voted stuff pack that we're working on right now. We've done 2 votes so far, so we know that'll come eventually. I'm guessing we'll get 2 expansion packs. It's kind of the trend to have one in the summer and then one before Christmas-ish, one around the end of the year, basically. So what do you think those 2 packs are gonna be? I mean, they did it all. They did like an island world. We've got a lot of stuff that we've been waiting for. I think we might get one out there expansion pack this year. I don't know what that means, but I think it's gonna be a thing that I won't like. It's about time. We've gotten a lot of things that I've liked in packs recently, like University is like my dream pack for The Sims 4. I feel like we've covered all the bases for like the Sims family player types, sort of. But I don't know, you guys, I feel like it's due time for some kind of weird, like, into the future level pack. I'm hoping it's not into the future. The Sims 3 had a pack, it was their last one, where you could go to the future. And I never played that pack, really. I didn't buy it until long after The Sims was done. I bought it on sale, like, after The Sims 4 was already happening, because I didn't buy expansion packs then. I didn't have any money, and also I didn't care about the future. But I feel like we're gonna get a thing along those lines. Maybe not a future pack, but like something a little bit out there, like a space thing maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be a thing that I won't like. I'm telling you, that's my prediction for 2020. A pack that lilsimsie's gonna hate. I don't think anyone's surprised by this. I'm gonna make a video saying I hate it. There's gonna be an everything wrong with something this year, and I'm guessing it's gonna be an expansion pack. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but like, I'm waiting for one. Also, fingers crossed, I think I've got high hopes for the builds though. I know I've complained a lot about builds in the Sims packs recently, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they might be turning it around. The ones in Brightchester weren't that bad, so fingers crossed for this year. You know what? I'm gonna be optimistic about this. I think the packs we'll get will be good. I'm hoping for at least one game pack. I literally was about to say that we haven't gotten one in a while, and then I was like, oh wait, Realm of Magic. We just got Realm of Magic. But honestly, I don't like any of the game packs. People ask me for suggestions for what game packs to get, and I'm like, oh, Parenthood, and none of the other ones. I think there's some fun ones. A lot of the recent ones, like Jungle Adventure, you know, Strangerville, Realm of Magic, not super up my alley. And the earlier ones, I mean, I feel like Spa Day and Dine Out, those packs are great. Outdoor Retreat's fun, but I also don't think they're super worth your money. If you're gonna spend 20 bucks on a pack, like, honestly, maybe not one of those. You can get a lot more content in the newer packs. The older ones aren't as, like, packed full of stuff as the newer ones are. And I feel like I just can't in good conscience be like, yeah, buy Dine Out. Because genuinely, the only object I use on a regular basis from that pack is that plant. You know the one, the white pot, nice, tall, leafy boy, good plant. Bad pack. And the restaurants take forever. But you know what? I haven't played it in a while, for real. So you know what? I'll stop complaining. But basically, I kind of am hoping for a game pack that's more something I'd be interested in. I know with this arts and crafts pack that we're kind of talking about for a stuff pack, there's a lot of talk about maybe a hobbies sort of pack that could come to the game. And also some of the themes they talked about, the ones that didn't get voted for, like the Grim Reaper career, you know, all of those things. I don't think we could get a game pack that's got all that spooky, like, tarot cards, all of those things this year, but I think maybe next year. I feel like this year's already been completely planned out. I mean, I almost know for a fact. They're not gonna like start working on something, or at least they've probably figured out what's coming this year and they've already started working on most of it, at least I'm guessing. But I think at some point in the future we might get a pack that's like based on the supernatural, stuff like that, which would not be up my alley. But honestly, I'm willing to try a Grim Reaper career. I don't think I would play with it all the time, but I think that'd be a fun thing to play with once or twice and like try. If there's any pack that I desperately want, like we said, the hobbies thing would be super cool. I know I've been pushing a lot for an Elder pack. Now, as of recording this, I don't know what vote has won for the community stuff pack theme thing. I know it's gonna be knitting, I know it's gonna be an arts and crafts theme, but I don't know what like concept has won for the art style. But God, I want a granny pack so bad. We need Elder content for this game. I want rocking chairs, I want a bunch of old people things, I would love to have like walkers. I mean, our poor elderly Sims get just completely ignored. There's no good clothing for them. They look kind of weirdly shapen in all of the clothes that we have. There aren't really that many hairstyles that work for them. They're just like little ugly old lumps of Sim. And then, oh, can I say that? The poor elders though, they deserve better. I love elders in this game. I want to play with them more, and I think if we had more content for them, that'd be great. I mean, we have things like the card table and like, you know, but give me bingo. You know, I want to play bingo with my old people friends. I want a cane. And speaking of things like that, honestly, God, wouldn't a Generations pack be great? In The Sims 3, we had a Generations expansion pack that was kind of similar to Parenthood a little bit, but honestly, Parenthood is not good enough. The system of like responsibility and all those like traits you can instill in your kids, that's really cool, but I just want like filler content for like the story of it. In The Sims 3 we had things like prom and graduation. There were like text pop-ups that said your sim had their first kiss at prom and all of those things. There were more after school activities and clubs. Elders had canes. We had strollers for the babies. I want all of those things. I mean, like, I think an Elder pack would be great, but honestly, a Generations pack that gives more like family style content. I know this is a thing that I'm really into and maybe you aren't, but like, I don't know, a lot of people play The Sims like this. And imagine if you could push your toddlers in strollers, if we could have a real crib for our babies. Like, the little bassinets are fun, but give me a crib. I mean, who doesn't have a crib? We have like no nursery furniture, really. And honestly, nurseries are a huge deal. It doesn't need to be just like baby focused, it can be toddler focused too, but like, I wish we had more stuff for them. So like I said, I want more clubs, I want more furniture. It really is like the items though, like having a stroller would be great. We got bikes, give me a stroller. Please. I want to push my little toddlers around in a stroller. Give me bunk beds. Bunk beds came with Generations in The Sims 4. Sims 3, we don't have bunk beds. In The Sims 3, we had bunk beds. Bunk beds, loft beds, sleepover slumber parties. You guys, it's literally my dream. The day that we get bunk beds in The Sims 4 will be the best day of my life. I'm not kidding. People like make fake ones sometimes to like raise up beds in The Sims 4 and be like, oh look, it's a bunk bed. It's not good enough. I miss having a loft bed. You can put your Sims desk underneath it. Oh, it's so cute. And like for the 100 baby challenge, I deserve better. I want to stuff all 8 kids in one bedroom with bunk beds. And on the topic of beds, I don't think we'll get this year. I think we might get bunk beds. I don't know about this next thing, but like, hear me out. Pull out couches. Murphy beds, stuff like that. I so desperately wish there was a better way to like invite guests over and have them spend the night. Like, I want grandma to come over and sleep on the pull-out couch. I mean, grandma's probably too old for that. She's got back problems. She deserves better than the pull-out couch, but you know what I mean. I want grandma to come over with her little cane and sleep on my couch. I want to like visit the in-laws, you know? I wish there was more of a way to like spend time at neighbors and friends' houses and families' houses, because as of right now, I mean, like, your Sims come over for dinner maybe, but like there isn't really the same level of like staying with family that I want to have. I want to go over there for Christmas. Let me stay with grandma on her couch. I'll take the couch, grandma, it's okay. But aside from packs, this year we're probably gonna get a bunch of really big updates to the base game. I mean, this year we did. Think about things like the Stair update, completely out of the blue. Did not expect that one, but they gave it to us. So I'm imagining we're gonna get some more like wild, really huge updates like that. Obviously build stuff and cast things, more items, but the 20th anniversary of the Sims franchise is in like a month. They've gotta do something for it, right? I mean, they can't not. The game's been around for 20 years. They have to celebrate it somehow, and I'm really curious how they're gonna do it. I don't wanna get my hopes up too high, because like, I don't know, I think the Sims community has a habit of doing that and then getting angry when it doesn't work out how they wanted it to, but like, 20 years, they've gotta do something. Maybe they'll like bring back some items from The Sims 1, 2, 3 into The Sims 4. Maybe they'll like do a thing outside of The Sims 4 and like remaster an old game. I don't know. I have no idea, but I really think it might be big. I mean, come on, they have to. They have to do something big. If they don't, I'm gonna be so sad. I mean, we got an update for The Sims 4's 5th anniversary. They did the Stair thing and they added all that new content. I don't know, major fingers crossed for this one. I really hope it's something cool. I think my prediction, though, is that they'll bring back items, like classic things. Maybe like some classic Sims, like Agnes Crumplebottom, where is she? Bring her back, you know? Okay, this might be too far. But what if we got a new base game world? I sincerely doubt that, but they added Newcrest in an update. Like, that was a free update with Newcrest with all those lots. I mean, like, you never know. Fingers crossed. My hopes, guys, like, expectations, you know, let's... But what do you think it's gonna be? Comments. Seriously, let's talk about it, because I'm curious what you want to see and what you think you might actually see. Maybe a baby update? We've been complaining enough, although I don't know if they'll ever fix the babies being objects thing. But to be fair, I've also said we would never get toddlers and that we would never get a gallery for console, and then we got both those things. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we might get a baby update with cribs and strollers. I really want strollers so badly. And speaking of babies, I want a daycare career again. Like in The Sims 3, how you could have people come over to your house and you could babysit them. I miss that. I really do. I think this all boils down to lilsimsie wanting generations for The Sims 4, which I don't know if we'll ever get, but we're probably gonna get some freak alien pack for all I know. Or werewolves. God forbid we get werewolves. If we get a werewolf pack this year, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm telling you right now, if you try and give me werewolves, I will never, ever make a video again. I'm just kidding. The idea of having these, like, dog people walking around my neighborhood and, like, howling. Remember how zombies in The Sims 3 used to come back alive and, like, destroy things and have the lights go all weird in the world when it happened? Imagine if we got that again. I would rather die than have zombies or werewolves in The Sims 4. You know what? Zombies are worse. Werewolves, maybe we could deal with that. It could be kind of fun to play with, like, once. But zombies? No. No. Stop it. I don't mean to, like, hate on occults this much. I know a lot of you guys love them and it's fun for you and stuff. I think they're fun, too. It's fun for me to do, like, once. Like, I like to see how they do it. I like to play with them. I just don't really want them to interrupt my other gameplay. I don't like how they kind of, like, invade. And it kind of breaks the story a little bit, you know? It kind of, like, takes out the immersion because you're just playing with your happy little family and all of a sudden there's a vampire at your front door. And while those things can be fun, I think that, like, random events and things like that can be exciting and kind of the goal. I love to have the game give me pop-ups and tell me what's going on and kind of guide my story. I don't like it when, my sim gets bitten by a vampire when I'm not trying to play with vampires. So if there were an easier way to turn off occults, maybe I'd be okay with them. But as long as Vlad's gonna knock on my door, I'm gonna hate on vampires. And you can blame Vlad. It's literally just his fault. Maybe for the anniversary update, we could get an update that lets us disable all the occults with, like, a checkbox. So in The Sims 3, you could turn off, like, horse spawning and alien spawning and vampires and fairies all separately. Give me those tick boxes, please. Oh god, speaking of horses, stop. I don't think we're ever gonna get horses for The Sims 4. I think we might get a farming pack, but I don't think yet. I think that's gonna be like a later down the line kind of thing. Because they just did that huge gardening update with seasons. I don't know if we're gonna get a farming update yet. I mean, think about how much work it would be to animate any kind of farm animals. Like, if we had that, it would take up, like, the entire pack. I don't know if it's it'd be fun, but also, like, I do love a good farm, though. We know how I feel about Stardew Valley. I think our takeaway today is that lilsimsie wants grandmas. Grandmas and beds. And that's, I mean, yeah, I'm not certain we'll get either of those things. But my fingers are crossed. I'm really holding out hope for some sort of baby update and some sort of bunk beds. Not some sort, bunk beds, please. Please. Anyway, Happy New Year, you guys. I'm excited to hear your thoughts in the comments because I love discussing The Sims. Like, what do you think we're gonna get? I mean, the update especially, it's one thing to speculate about expansion packs because we have I have no idea what they're gonna do. No clue. And honestly, there isn't really much that I desperately want to see other than some more Generation style gameplay. There aren't really any, like, themed kind of content packs that I super care about anymore. I mean, they kind of covered all the baseline stuff, but I don't really have any, like, desperate needs other than bunk beds. So I don't really care what they do for the expansions next. I'm kind of just curious to see what they do, and I'm kind of excited to play them and also get more build items. That's the key. And maybe even paint my ceiling tiles. But, you know, I'm sorry, I'm going on too long. Again, you guys, in the comments, tell me more. What do you want to see? What do you think? And have a great year, my friends. We have many more Sims shenanigans to be I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. Bye. Sometimes I, like, can't talk. And maybe I should re-record those parts, and I do. I'm just not very good at speaking, and you'd think for a person that talks to herself for a living, I'd be better at like ending my videos, but that's just the hardest part, honestly, and I never get it. I can't ever do it. It's 2020 and I still can't.